Go shop that, man. PUREW clothing is gonna be in the bio. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is literally my last time that I'm gonna be able to tell y'all to go cop before it's gone. So I hope y'all take heed to that. We've been going up, we've been going crazy. So go ahead and cop that. Run it up for me.
Y'all see the black and white color? Tell them all the colors. It's like candy store, all the colors, yeah.
For sure. If you need it, I got it. I got red and white. I got black and white like y'all seeing here. I got cream. The cream is going stupid.
Yeah, cream one go dumb.
The cream going stupid. And then we got royal blue and white. So go ahead, click that link. Turn up for me.
We back, season 7, episode 8. I'm here with my dog, live on location, JT Alexander. JT, Mr. PUREW Clothing, talk to me. What's been going on recently? How you been doing?
Hey man, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. It's your main man JT, and I'm on the DJ Henderson Podcast to kick game to y'all. So what's been going on? A lot been going on lately. Basketball wise, I'm back from my shoulder injury. That's great. I've been loving being out there, being on the court again, kind of getting the feel for the game again, knocking off the rust. As far as PUREW Clothing goes, we back, we live. This is a new merch right here. I'm very excited about the drop, very happy about the drop. Man, we just running it up, man. It's a great time to be alive. And for the foreseeable future, it's a lot that's gonna be going on.
For sure. Happy to see you back on the court. That's first and foremost. Well, not first, but yeah, we're gonna get to basketball stuff later. We're gonna talk about the PUREW stuff first though. Last year you had to drop when we first got here. I remember seeing you had the clothing brand doing big things. Talk to me about what went into that and why we had to wait a little bit till this drop that just happened this year.
Okay, so last year I had to drop. The drop did well. It actually did better than I thought it was gonna do, but I wasn't as hands-on as I wanted to be with that drop. I did something called drop shipping. So for those that don't know what that is, it's basically where I'm working with a manufacturer and they're doing they're making the product, they're shipping the product out. So basically all I'm doing is just giving them the design and what I want them to make the product on. So during that process, I wanted to do it like that to start out because I was at school, I had basketball going, and I knew I really wasn't going to be able to have time to really lock in and be as much as hands-on as I wanted to. So that's why I did it that way. But with that being said, it wasn't allowing me to do as much as I wanted to. I wanted to be more hands-on with the customization of my product, what I wanted to actually drop, and then just things along the line like what I want to put in my shipping packages, like whether it's stickers, business cards, and stuff like that. And I didn't have that control. So moving on to coming closer to this drop, I had to wait a long time because I had to first and foremost make sure that my logo was trademarked, my name was trademarked, to make sure that when I do blow, these things aren't taken away from me by somebody been trademarking my logo or trademarking my name before me, and then that would make me have to basically restart a whole new brand and get things underway again. So that's the reason why it's been so long. I had to do a lot of legal things. I had to learn a lot as far as rebranding, learning that the importance of having legalization and things of that nature. So that's really the reason why I had to wait so long. But I definitely am glad that I waited and rather not had just heard and kept pushing things out.
For sure. I think it's always important to try your best to do stuff right the first time, and if you can't do it right the first time, make sure you make your adjustments. Like you said, when your brand blows up, if you didn't have your stuff trademarked and all the legal stuff, then somebody could just take it away from you. That's something I need to actually be working on right now. Hey, if you're watching this, don't take my logo, none of that. For sure, don't do that. I gotta work on that, for real. A lot of people, they don't really see the behind the scenes work that you got to put into something like this. I see you working a lot. I don't see everything, obviously, but I know you put a lot of time into it. What are some of the things specifically that you got to do behind the scenes as a clothing brand owner, as an entrepreneur, to just make your brand and your products better?
I think first and foremost, you definitely have to know where you want to take your brand. And when I say that, it's people that have brands that want to go the designer route, and that's where I'm headed. And it's people that have brands that kind of want to follow the trendy route. And when I say that, it's definitely not a problem to follow the trendy route, but you have to be more susceptible to things changing fast paced. So for example, the trendy route would be like maybe like Zoom, like the merch that you can get from like Zoomies, like the vintage tees with the players on it and stuff like that. But once you figure out your niche, once you figure out where you want to take your brand, that's when I was able to take a step back and be like, all right, now I know that I have to have better quality. Quality is first and foremost for me. That's gonna be something that's gonna stick out for my brand, at least. You know, I take quality pride. I pride myself on quality because I know I don't want to be spending any amount of money if it's not gonna be high quality. So I feel like once you find your niche, definitely get the quality that you feel fit for your brand, and then go along with, man, I'm even doing contracts now. So one thing I want to let you guys know is, whenever you're dealing with the designer, like a graphic designer, whenever you're dealing with a manufacturer, even when you're dealing with influencers, make sure that you have a contract together, because this allows you to properly relay the message or relay what you want these people to do for you, and it also puts it in writing so that if something do fall through, you have that to be able to back you up in case you need to take legal action. So I say making sure that you have your contracts right, making sure that you understand your niche and where you want to take your brand, then just, you know, rocking out with that.
Definitely. We talked about some of the behind the scenes things that you had to do to improve your brand and improve what you're trying to do. But what were some of the hurdles that you had to face in that process that you realized like you didn't take care of, some stuff you had to clean up? Obviously, thankfully, there weren't too many big hurdles or any big obstacles that you had to face like we talked about earlier, but what were some things that you had to go through you feel like growing pains kind of that people don't necessarily know about, they might run into when they start their brand or start entrepreneurship, period?
I think one of the first things that I ran into was like I was kind of all over the place. I wanted my brand to be this, I wanted my brand to be that, but I didn't really have my own lane. And when I say that, I didn't really have direction or where I wanted my brand to go. Like for example, for those of you that's going to be starting brands, you guys kind of got to make sure that, like, now I know my target audience is going to be men. I know my target audience is going to be preferably from the ages 16 to maybe 25, people that wear streetwear apparel. And before this drop, that's something that I didn't know. Like my first drop, I was just trying to target influencers that had a lot of followers, but that wasn't in the same niche as me. So I was talking to influencers that, quote unquote, was appealing to the world, but it didn't have nothing to do with brand, or it didn't have nothing to do with fashion. So I kind of wasted money there. I also wasted a lot of money on working on designs that I didn't really seek guidance on. And when I say that, I mean, you know, now I can sit down and talk to my father, or sit down and talk to my family about logos or designs that I want to put out. I kind of was just basing it on what I like, and that's one thing that you don't want to do as a brand owner. You don't want to necessarily make the things that you like, because the things that you like might not be what the world likes. So you kind of got to appeal to the masses. You never want to put yourself in a box. So when I say that, I mean I'm making clothing for everyone, no matter the race, no matter the ethnicity, no matter the age, no matter, you know what I'm saying? So you want to appeal to the masses. Never put yourself in a box to where you're only dealing with one demographic. That will really hurt you in the beginning.
Definitely. Something else that you've been working on, I've been a part of, thankfully I've been happy to be a part of, is the content creation part of this that you've been working on. Talk to me about some of the stuff that you just saw before your drop that you wanted to implement on this drop, and how you've implemented it thus far since you dropped.
Yeah, so I've definitely did a lot more research dealing with content creation, because I know for me, most importantly, I'm not too much of a like just going out and meeting a lot of new people. So I knew that my Instagram game, my TikTok game, my social media game was gonna have to grow exponentially, because I'm not just gonna be meeting new people every day. And I feel like that's very important for brand owners, for people that's trying to grow on social media, regardless of what you're doing. Definitely learn how to make content surrounding what you're trying to push. And so for this drop, I made sure that I did TikToks. I made sure I did photo shoots. Photo shoots are very important for brand owners. you might write it off as something that's not very important, but people want to understand, and people want to get to be able to see how other people look in your clothes. So that's very important, being able to relay a visual representation of what it looks like when people wear your clothes, what it feels like. It gives people more of an experience with your clothes and more of a background of what you're trying to push or what you're trying to eventually sell to them. And I'm actually still in the process of learning. Like, we talk about it all the time. When's the right time to post? What to post at what times? So it's kind of trial and error right now. But I'm appreciative of this journey, because once we do get to that time where we hit, and every time we post, it's gonna be like, bruh, we used to have headaches about this, but it's definitely a learning process, and something that I'm enjoying while I'm doing it.
For sure. I'm on the same kind of time with my show, trying to repurpose my content, post it in the right places at the right times. Like you said, it hurt when you put your stuff on TikTok, you get like 20 views, some craziness, like, or Reels, the same thing. So I don't know, like, I don't really mind, because I be feeling like I'm putting out quality content, and like whoever see it. I don't really be too caught up in the views, but still, like, I'm a human, so like I just be like, damn. So I know exactly what you're saying. Definitely, you posting tonight, yeah, all that. So I'm definitely hip to that for sure. Trial and error, most definitely, a lot of growing pains in a sense, but it's necessary. Like you said, it'll all be worth it when everything get figured out the right way, for sure. Also, been shooting little motion pictures, little behind the scenes with the PUREW merch, everything that's been going on behind the scenes, all the stuff we've been talking about. I got about 2-3 episodes in the tuck. Then we're gonna be coming out soon. This dropping, I can't even say the date. What is the date?
Is that 9th?
This dropping October 9th. So I think I'm gonna have 1-2 of those out real soon, probably tomorrow, October 10th, around next week, this week coming up. So stay tuned for that, all on the YouTube channel. Follow the Instagram page, Hendo Shot It. Of course, everything, all the PUREW and JT stuff gonna be in the description, but make sure y'all follow Hendo Shot It. Y'all tune into this, so make sure you tune into those behind the scenes videos for sure. Those are gonna be real key. I'm happy to have worked on those, happy to put them out for sure.
I appreciate it.
Earlier on in the episode, a couple minutes ago, JT talked about how on the first drop he drop shipped. This drop he took a different route, finding manufacturers, things like that. That's something I'm also trying to get into learning, so I can get my merch going the right way with this kind of process. What's the process like, finding a manufacturer and things like that?
So finding a manufacturer for me was a little bit rough at first, because there's a whole bunch of manufacturers out there that's looking to just take your money sometimes. So you kind of got to be careful. So the first thing I would do is make sure that the manufacturer that you're targeting is legitimate. That's through Google searches, that's through reviews, and that's through asking them to see the product. So what I do is, if I'm talking to a manufacturer, first and foremost, I introduce myself, let them know what I'm looking for, let them know what I'm looking for them to create. So after we get through that, then it's upon myself, it's for me to start to vet them out. So one thing I do is, all right, can you show me other products that you've done for other companies or other brands? Can you also show me what's the process of you getting these products done? So I literally tell them that I want video of them creating the shirt or creating hoodies or just whatever they're doing, to make sure that they're legit when they are doing it, and make sure that the process is to my liking. I even been on calls. Guys, don't be scared to ask them whatever questions you have. I've been on calls where the manufacturer is walking me through the manufacturer, so I can see, all right, that's how they're doing this, that's how they're doing their private tags, that's how they're making the shirts, cut and sew. It is important to know who you're dealing with, so you won't be scammed, because people have been scammed before, guys. And that's something that I want you guys to understand, that people will get you if it's opportunity to get you. So you need to make sure that you're properly vetting these people out. Another thing that I like to ask is, what's your price per unit? This will allow me to determine, one, if I can continue to do business with them, and two, if I'm seeing that if their quality matches what their price is saying. So one thing I like to do is, and one thing I did is, all right, what's your price per unit? If the price is too high, I'm always gonna, even if it's not too high, I'm still gonna negotiate. And that's very important. That's something that I learned in the beginning, is to negotiate your prices. They're trying to make money just as much as you're trying to make money, and a little negotiation never hurts. So it could be something as simple as, I wasn't looking for that price range. Can you move down a couple dollars or move down a couple cents? Manufacturers are always ready to negotiate, and never be fearful to stand on the price that you were looking for a product. If you lose a manufacturer, you lose a manufacturer. It's about 1 million of them out there. Never be scared to burn bridges. Never be scared to stand on your price, because at the end of the day, you're trying to, just as much as they're trying to profit off of the products that they sell, you're trying to do the same.
Most definitely. I think you explaining that is very important, because me personally, I got a couple of friends that are working on clothing brands or have clothing brands, and like, I was looking at it like, I made like a couple t-shirts for myself and for my friends, and I'm ordering them from a local place like online that sells t-shirts, ordering them, screen print, hair, pressing them myself, things like that. But like when you get to bigger orders and like real, like bigger orders, like you want to get a manufacturer so they could do that like you did. So, and like people were telling me, oh, you gotta talk to this guy in Pakistan, you gotta talk to this guy in Turkey and China. I'm like, it could be kind of intimidating, because I know it's intimidating for me just hearing that, going on WhatsApp, people don't speak the same language, like all of that could definitely be intimidating for anybody. And I just said it intimidated me a little piece, not too much, but yeah. So I think that's important, hearing somebody talk about that. That's something that a lot of people definitely want to know about and learn about, for sure.
And one thing I can say too is, these manufacturers have no clue who you are. So I can literally go into a manufacturing call and be like, yeah, I have the top brand in New York right now, the top most recent brand in New York. I was recently noticed by Kanye's manufacturer, or Kanye's clothing top people to watch out for. Like, these manufacturers have no idea who you are, so you can kind of work your way around things and use that to your advantage when you negotiate, because they're going to do the exact same thing to you. They're going to say, oh, we've been dealing with brands for this amount of years, we've dealt with this brand, this brand, this brand. So never be scared to, mark yourself up, talk that talk, man. Y'all could, they definitely don't know who you are, and they definitely are looking to make money whenever they can. Definitely.
What I say to that is business. Like, nobody wants to lose money, everybody want to make the most profit. So you got to do what you got to do. You get what you negotiate for. That's something that you hear athletes say all the time. You hear entertainers say all the time when they talk about their contracts. You get what you negotiate, and that's what it is. So like you said, don't be afraid to go the extra mile. If you want a couple cents off, you want $1 off, whatever the case, make sure you do that and just negotiate. Obviously, there's plenty of manufacturers. Somebody say no to you, just got to put the time in, find another one. Like, if you really want something, that shouldn't be that hard to do. It shouldn't be hard to negotiate or find another manufacturer. I mean, maybe it is kind of hard to find, I don't know. But if you really want it, you're gonna figure it out for sure.
Exactly. And like, one of the things I've done also is, it's manufacturers that I've talked to just for the sole purpose of learning how to talk to manufacturers. Like, I knew I wasn't gonna take that extra step with them, but
you was just leading them on time.
Nah, but I needed to know how to properly talk to a manufacturer. So that's when I would sometimes push the envelope. All right, no, I want this price, and see how their reaction is, so you can kind of get a better sense of what to say and what not to say.
Yeah, you could just be toxic with the manufacturers, just lead them on, then just do that. What JT said, yeah. Another thing that I noticed, that I be taking notes from a lot of things you do from afar. I be learning from afar. One thing I really noticed was the website design, how you got your website up and running with the pictures from the photo shoot. Make sure y'all go tap into those videos. You're gonna see the behind the scenes, all the photos, all the clean photos. Shout out to SB Productions too, Scott Barker. We just had him on the show probably 2-3 weeks ago. High quality content, real professional. He helped me out a lot with all the stuff that I've been doing, so shout out to Scott. But talk to me about the website, what went into that, you doing that yourself, just making it look clean, professional, and what does that do for your brand?
So with the website, you kind of gotta, what I kind of did first and foremost, I went to all like the clothing brands that I like to shop with. So whether that's something as simple as literally searching up if it's V-Lone, Supreme, Antisocial, Bape, you kind of gotta get a sense of what they're doing. So I took a look at their websites because I know that those brands are doing exceptionally well. So, all right, how does their screen look? Is it white? Is it a white background? Is it a black background? How much things do they have on the main page? How much different tabs that they have going on? And that's what I kind of got a sense of. So with Shopify makes it very easy. They have free themes, and they also have themes that you could pay for. I took the free route. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with that. But that's where I kind of got the sense of what I want to put on my my website. I also want to tell y'all guys that it's very important to make it as easy as possible for your customers to make a purchase. They shouldn't have to go on your website, search what they want to find. It should be right in front of their faces. So for instance, when you go on my website, the shirts are literally right there. I want to make it as quick and clean and precise as possible. You don't want people to be in disarray when they go to your website. So make sure that the product that you're pushing at the time is clear and visible, and make sure that the shipping process, the checking out process is as easy and simple as possible, because it'll be hard for you to understand this, but people make excuses to not buy with anything. Like, they'll go into the shopping cart, I gotta type my name in, I gotta type my email. So make it as quickly and as precise as possible for your customers to get in, get what they want, and return to whatever they were doing.
Definitely. I think excuses, that, and like kind of goes hand in hand with like convenience, because obviously when you go on something online, when you want to just get something done, it's harder than you want it to be, then it'll make you just turn something off or not want to do that. Anything really, you go to the drive-through, if it's taking too long, you're gonna slide. So like,
that's true.
It's the same thing with content, with creating your website and making your checkout process easy. If you don't get somebody's attention on your content, or if you don't make your website clean and crisp and like simple, like JT said, then you might lose a customer or 2 or 3 or 10 or however many down the line, just because your work for your website wasn't up to par necessarily, or wasn't simple enough. So I think that's major for sure. When I went on there, that's something I liked. I was just scrolling through, just looking. Colorful, clean. I like the clean look. I like when I go on a website, it's clean, everything is right where it needs to be. Like you said, that's what makes happy customers, and that'll get you more sales and put you farther along than somebody with a trash website, a basic website, just something that's not up to par. You got to put the time in to do all those kind of things to separate yourself from other brands and other people, for sure. Right now we shooting this October 2nd. It's dropping October 9th for y'all to see, so y'all gonna see this on October 9th. PUREW, this is the rebrand, the second drop. That was September 28th. JT, pop it, tell them what you need them to do.
Hey man, I need y'all to go. The link gonna be in the description. Make sure y'all go shop the brand. I'm trying to tell y'all now. I know y'all gonna be seeing this 2 weeks later, but I'm sorry for that. Shirts are going out. Colors are going out. Colors are selling out. I've been trying to tell people was already hitting me with I wanted this, I wanted that. Hey, first come, first serve. So make sure y'all go tap in. Make sure y'all go follow the Instagram account at PUREW Clothing, TikTok PUREW Clothing, and the website PUREW Clothing.
For sure. By the time y'all see this, it's gonna be even slimmer picking. So make sure you go get your merch, bro. Like, I know it's getting going. The trap booming, it's booming. So make sure y'all go get the merch. Don't be that person that's, I didn't get my size, I didn't get the color I wanted. Just go get what you need to get, bro. If you want to get it, go get it, for real.
So
we talked about basketball a little bit at the beginning, but now talk to me about your shoulder injury last year, what that was like. Obviously, I know it was a lot of trials and tribulations. We in Elkins, West Virginia. No basketball, just school, dealing with an injury, rehab. Just talk to me about what you've been through to get to this point and how it feels now to be back on the court.
Okay, so for those of you that don't know exactly what my shoulder injury was, it was a torn labrum. So that's basically what's keeping my shoulder from basically slipping out like it was doing in the beginning of the season. So that happened, I want to say first or second game. It was happening during practices beforehand, but I felt like I could play through it. And then when I decided to, it kind of got worse. But after I was sidelined the season, of course, I want to be out there. Of course, I wanted to do things for the team. Wanted just to be more a part of the team that year. But I never look at things that happen like that as a bad thing. I kind of took a step back and, all right, what can I do to be getting better at basketball while I'm doing this? Or maybe this is a time for me to sit down and really focus on what I'm supposed to be doing in life as a whole. So I kind of took that time to become mentally stronger, get a better sense of who I am as a person, and just ready to return.
We touched on shaking back from the injury. The season is definitely approaching. By the time this come out, we're gonna have about 1 week until our first scrimmages and stuff like that. Talk to me about what's on your mind, what's on your heart, your goals for this season, personal team goals, what you're just looking forward to this year.
So one thing I'm looking forward to this year is just really just being out there, like being able to talk smack, being able to, get after it, being able to do what I do best. And I feel like that's just be a dog, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bully. So a wolf, for sure. The wolf is bad, baby. But that's what I'm looking forward to most. Personal goals is really the same as the team goals. I want to win. I think this year we have a very good chance of winning, but it's easy to say that. It's easy to say that we look good. It's easy to say that we have a chance of winning, but I think we actually do have the pieces. I feel like last year we had the pieces, but we wasn't able to stay healthy. I think this year we even gained talent-wise. So I think it's going to be definitely a great thing to see, a fun thing to see, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I think that if we put those pieces in the right places, if we take our egos away and just play the game of basketball, we really have a good chance of doing well this year. And that's how I want to go out. This is going to be my last year at the collegiate level, and I really want to go out a winner. I know I say that all the time, that I want to win, and being an everyday person is something that it takes to be a winner. So learning how to be an everyday person, even in practice, sometimes I do have bad days where I might not be shooting the ball well, or I might not be doing this well, and it's a sense of getting your head out of your own, you know what I'm saying? So, and being there for the team. We have a very good group of guys. We have a very big team this year, so I feel like if we all can come together quicker rather than sooner, we really have a good chance of doing things well this year.
Definitely. I think my high school coach, he was one of my favorite coach. He was real hard on me, but he had a lot of like one-liners and stuff like that, like a lot of stuff like that just ring in my head all the time, like don't cut corners, do shit right. That's something, bro, I hear that in my head all the time when we be doing stuff like cutting corners, not doing stuff the right way. Like, I just hear it all the time. But something he always said was, you got to pay the price to be a winner, and like nobody ever wins at any level if you don't pay the price. So I think that's what we got to do. We just got to keep punching the clock, keep putting our deposits in, stacking good days on good days like we talk about every day, and until we get to that point where we become the winners we want to be for real. So I'm definitely excited for this season, just like you are. I was hurt a lot last year too, so I'm definitely happy to be back on the court, trying to just stay healthy and have a good year also. I'm definitely excited. Definitely miss and love our seniors we lost last year. Definitely.
So this is a revenge tour for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Definitely got to get that. We're going to get it back in blood for them boys. Definitely, I'm enjoying being around the freshmen that we got that came in, even though it's only been about a month, 2 months since we got to school. Definitely bonding with those guys, building a relationship with those guys. All the guys that came back already got the relationship, so just working on that. I think we got a chance to be special too this year. We just got to put it all together and pay the price, like I said, for sure. That's about it for this episode. JT Alexander, PUREW Clothing. Pop it, tell them, talk to
man.
them.
Like I said, go shop that, man. PUREW Clothing is gonna be in the bio. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is literally my last time that I'm gonna be able to tell y'all to go cop before it's gone. So I hope y'all take heed to that. We've been going up, we've been going crazy. The wolf is back, baby. Like, the wolf is live, the wolf is here, the wolf is, you feel me? So go ahead and cop that. Run it up for me.
Y'all see the black and white color? Tell them all the colors. It's like candy store, all the colors, yeah.
For sure. If you got it, if you need it, I got it. I got red and white. I got black and white like y'all seeing here. I got cream. The cream is going stupid.
Yeah, cream one go dumb.
The cream going stupid. And then we got royal blue and white. So go ahead, click that link. Turn up for me.
Make sure y'all tap in, go on the website. The website, I think it'll impress you. It might make you buy something, because I was really impressed with the website when I went on there. So I'll go tap in. All of this stuff, all the links gonna be in the bio or in the description. Make sure y'all go tap in. Y'all go hit those links. Hit the Instagram page, JT personal page, PUREW page, the website, Hendo Shot It page, the YouTube channel. All the behind the scenes gonna be going up real soon after you see this. Maybe even before this, honestly. I just gotta lock in. But yeah, make sure y'all go stay locked in. TikTok, all that's gonna be in the description. Make sure y'all just consume the content, cop your merch. Be ready for this drop. This drop about over with by the time you see this. Be ready for the next drop. Yeah, just stay tuned. PUREW Clothing on the way up for sure.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. That's really love, and I appreciate you again for having me on the show. I'm always available to kick gyms.
Yeah, this is the part 2. Y'all go tap into the first episode too. If you didn't see the first episode, we ain't do a lot of background info on this episode because you're supposed to already seen that. That was a year ago type. So make sure y'all go tap into that too. It's content everywhere. I'm putting out content every day. I'll be grinding. So y'all go tap in, bro. If you still tuned in to this point, I really appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me. It's been a journey so far. We're gonna keep going. Season 7, go to this season 1000, something like that.
Say that.
Y'all just keep tapping in. I appreciate y'all supporting. If you're on YouTube right now, watching this, seeing our face right now, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with somebody you know that might need to see this. If you're a content creator yourself or a brand, you trying to start your own brand, make sure you tap in, take notes, do what you got to do. If you listen to this on the audio platform like Spotify, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, anything like that, make sure you leave a 5-star rating and review. And that's about it for this episode. I'll see y'all on the next episode. Season 7 coming to a close real soon. Season 8 gonna be on the way. JT Alexander, PUREW Clothing. That way.
That way.
Yes, sir.